I'm Voz.
I'm Mark.
And this is
Talking Technicals. What's up? Welcome to be back. I'm great to be back.
I know, man.
Are you kidding?
I missed you. I forgot what you looked like.
I forgot what I look like. I mean, this is fantastic. I forgot what you look like. God,
How could you
good.
forget this?
I don't know. Exactly.
All right. Let's move into some bragging rights. Guys, did you miss us just like I missed
I missed all of you guys. I got to be honest with you. I mean, it was great. I love doing the show. I think it's amazing. But we're back, right?
Yeah.
We're back doing the show.
What are we going to do? Talk some technicals.
Talk some technicals.
All right. So let's reviz since it's been a while.
It's been a while,
let's
right?
Let's reviz some of the charts that we have. We take your request and let's do it.
You know what? I think that's a great idea, right? Because we had some really good calls, and I wanted to just kind of show the viewers really how to trade it and what happened with that particular stock that we were mentioning, right? So let's get right to it, right?
I like it.
Okay.
So this is Enbridge.
Yep. And right up in here, we saw this is where we actually trade. We talked about the stock on the show, and then what happened, right? We went sideways for pretty much all of 2019. We had the nice rally like the market did, and we went sideways and tried to break out a couple of times, right? Actually, the third time.
Look what I
happened?
see. The third time it tried to break out, it made a inverted hammer.
Yes, that's right up in here.
Look at that guy.
You're upside, which is a bearish pattern, right? It's a bearish flag, excuse me,
yes.
A candlestick actually. But what happened is now we tried to break out, and I guess the sellers gave up and said, you know what, we went sideways pretty much all of 2019. So they started selling their stock.
Yep.
Exactly. And we talked about the sideways consolidation. We put out 3 targets here, and look what happened. We met one of our targets.
After it, yeah. And it also went under the 200-day moving average. Now, that's not a trend yet. We'll have to monitor that.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's on the way to our second target.
Absolutely. The second target would be here, and look what happened here with the thin zone, right?
Oh, it's like a magnet.
It's like a magnet.
Volume is everything.
Absolutely.
And price.
That's what I believe.
Price is what price is.
Absolutely. I believe in that. And what happened as soon as now, we'll see what happens if it comes back up again. Usually, buyers like to step in, but I think that'd just be premature that we break above the 200, and then we'll probably break back down again.
Cool.
So then we're going to be looking at our second and third targets, and then you would reevaluate it on the short side. Now, if you're looking for the buy side, right, this is a really good area here where you would look to maybe reestablish some longs, but again, we're far away from that right now. Okay?
All right, cool.
All right, let's go look at the next one.
Who's this?
Oh my God.
I have a feeling it's square.
It is. Is it square? Yes, it is.
It's square.
All right. Now this was.
Remember, this was a funky pattern.
Yes.
If a head and shoulders pattern couldn't be more complex, well, try a complex one.
Yeah, this was actually a fun chart because it was a little difficult, right, to identify, right? If you're let's say sort of new to technical analysis, I don't think you would have identified this because it had a lot going on, kind of real tight to where price and the candlesticks were trading at, right? But we did identify the candlestick, and we identify the head and shoulders complex pattern, and we call it complex because it has 2 left shoulders and 2 right shoulders, right?
As indicated.
Right, and then just below that we had the red line, which was the neckline, right? And what happened here when we talked about it on the show previously, we did break down from the neckline, but we went sideways underneath the neckline, right underneath the neckline and underneath the 200-day moving average, which also is just a precursor of what's to come. When you're below the 200 for a significant time, 2 days, 5 days, a week, what happens? Look what happened here. We gapped down from that little base and we started headed lower, right?
Yep.
Great. Our target was 57.15. And
we just missed it.
We just by literally a point and what, $1.20. I think I'll take that as government work, close as government work, right? I like that.
Take it too.
Yeah, I like that, and we actually exceeded our expectation. Well, not this one, but we got really close to it. And for me, if you're trading this stock and you are on the short side, what are you doing? Is you're trailing your stops anyway. So if you're shy from the target, not a big deal. You're not looking to you want to try to get to your target, right? But if you're $1 short, you're still going to trail your stop. So if you look what happened here, you got stopped out of a real nice trade.
Yep.
You know, real nice trade. So, I mean, hats off. I think that's great. And also at MACD RSI, we're bearish. MACD RSI, you can see here, we're making lower lows and lower highs. Another indication to say, hey, we're losing momentum to the upside. And with the bearish pattern and the break below the neckline at 200, that gave you clue to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to stick with this and I'm going to trail our stops lower.
Cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Bragging rights. Next.
Now this one was nice, right?
I have to say, that I think this is one of my favorites that we covered in the
Yeah,
past.
I like this. This was an easy pattern.
It's an easy and it's fun, a bearish rising wedge.
Yes, bearish rising
and look
wedge.
at how
It's
it
beautiful.
coincides beautifully with the mouth of the wedge.
Absolutely.
If you can point out to our patrons.
Yep, right up in here.
And look at that.
And we'll look
after
what happens.
it broke down.
And here's another quick thing. When price is moving from way up high, making lower lows and lower highs, and it breaks the bearish symmetry of lower lows and lower highs, what's happening? Well, we go sideways and we start making these higher highs and higher lows, but really with no conviction, causing the bearish rising wedge to occur, right? So we get the bearish rising wedge to occur. We're at the 200. We're trying to break above it. We see that our volume profiles here that's massive. That's a lot of supply and demand up there. It's going to be heavy resistance. And into the bearish rising wedge, it's just basically a perfect trade. If in fact, and when, and in this case, it broke the lower trend line and it broke the 200-day moving average. So that's a beautiful, beautiful indicator of what? We're headed lower.
Yeah, Jeopardy, Jeopardy.
I mean, I love it. I can't get it. It's a beautiful chart.
I can't get enough.
It's like a bird bath martini. I mean, I don't know. I just love martinis. Well, whatever. But I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Who doesn't love that?
I mean, come on. But yeah, and then this one, we exceeded our target.
Great.
Is that awesome?
Nice to be us.
Yeah.
And nice to be you if you were listening to us.
All right, so
let's move next.
So let's get on to
Let's get on to what's happening right now.
Yes, because
right?
it's been a while, right?
It has.
It's been a while. So let's see what's going on with the S&P. Of course, we use the SPY as our benchmark S&P 500 trade because we always like to see that, right?
Of course we do.
Okay, so
and
what do
we
got here?
identified a double top.
Yes, a massive double top, right?
Mark, I want to now. It was brought to our attention. Some people were calling what's going on up in this area a head and shoulders.
You know what? That's right. I think we talked about that, right?
Well,
a couple of months ago.
again.
All right, let's talk about it again. So, yeah, you can see that this is a head and shoulders pattern. We have the head right up in here. We have the left shoulder here, and we have the right shoulder here. Now, actually, this could have been more of a complex head and shoulders like we had in square, right? But the right shoulder exceeded the first right shoulder. So really, it's not a head and shoulders pattern. However, what makes this even deemed non-trade, what I wouldn't trade, is a lot, and I don't like to listen to the news media at all. However,
thanks, Mark.
No, the business media, right? No, but what happens is that when you get an indicator like and this is like my indicator, when a newscaster who's not really into technicals and trading, right? Point out a pattern, it usually doesn't work. Why? Because the masses are looking at the pattern and it just doesn't work. And right here, what happened? It worked for a little bit, right? Because the neckline is right around this low. We broke the 200 and automatically buyer stepped in.
Do you know why they call it a head and shoulders pattern?
No, why?
Because you go like this. Because you know what's about to happen to your portfolio. But not in this case.
Not in this case at all, yes.
Now, the role of the 200-day moving average, there's a lot of pros and cons out there about it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what's the word? Moreover, this is what fund managers watch.
Right.
So it's quite important.
Right, and we want to watch that, right? As traders, we're not fund managers, and a lot of us are not, and some maybe are. But the 200-day moving average is their benchmark line, their moving average. So above the 200, what they'll do is they'll start looking to buy or add to long positions, and they'll continue to do so until the 200-day is breached, right? So it works the same. If the 200-day moving average in S&P breaks below that, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to start either reducing their longs or start selling.
Sure.
Okay.
And we are deeming this a corrective rally.
Oh, I've been saying that for actually all of 2019, right? But the 2019, we say it's corrective. What do? We're not looking to short the market. We just got to be cautious and not buy any longs. That's what we do. But as traders, we're trend traders, so we want to follow the trend.
And at this point, we're really focusing on interest rates.
Absolutely.
At this point.
So a quick thing, and you're right about that. That's a great point that you brought up, because if interest rates are cut, because the Trump administration has talking very dovish. They're talking dovish, and we do cut rates, which is insanity. I think that's crazy.
At these levels.
At these levels, we will squeeze higher and we'll push higher, getting more retail involved, while the institutions will start legging out of their long trades, getting out, and then the market, I think, will have a harder fall in the long run.
Oof.
Yeah, I think it would be worse than in 2009. So
Yeah.
me personally,
That's some serious stuff.
I would not be buying any longs here or adding any longs to my long position.
All right, Mark, let's move on to our request which is for Bitcoin.
And this is fun.
Of course, people are asking me, can we do technicals for Bitcoin? I'm like, heck
Sure.
yes, we can.
Sure, as long as there's enough data, you can do technicals.
Exactly.
You can do technicals in anything. Pork bellies, lumber.
Lumber.
You can do anything.
Did I ever tell you about the doctor that actually got lumber delivered to his house because he didn't close the tree?
Absolutely.
It happens.
That's what happened. Absolutely. I had a guy I know got 50,000 gallons of crude oil delivered to didn't know where to put it. Had to rent the facility. But anyway, that's not going to make money on us.
No. All right. Next, Bitcoin.
Okay. So a great chart, right? It's very volatile, and you really got to know what you're doing. For the new traders, I would stay away. On the fundamental side, does it have a purpose or not? It's really not our problem. We're technicals, right? We work on technicals. So look at this. Look what happened here. Right up in here, we had a nice little, so making lower lows, large peaks, right? Large lower lows and lower highs. We ended up going sideways. And what happens to commodities and even Bitcoin and currencies, when we go sideways, we eventually will break up and or down, but that is that high probability trade. If you break down or up, you follow that break.
Yeah.
Right? So in this case, we broke lower in 2019. We went sideways for several months, and then what happened? We took out the 4,000. Short squeezed the Bitcoin market up, and look at where we are now.
And now we're forming what it looks like a head and shoulders pattern.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say it is a head and shoulders pattern until that shoulder is complete. It
Absolutely.
looks like we're almost completing there.
Absolutely. And I didn't put the RS because it's not done yet. So this could easily fail and break higher, right?
Yes, and
so,
if it breaks higher, the targets would be 98 and 11.5.
And I have that indicated here up on top. And if we do break below the neckline, because we have a neckline that's established, right?
You take the top of the head to the
neckline, and then
neckline.
you bring it down. It'll be right around the 6,800. That would be a
is-
proposed target,
yep, cool.
or at least in the support band. And if we lose that support band, look for Bitcoin to at least challenge these lows right up in here. Pretty cool, right?
Gotta use some head and shoulders.
Pretty cool. And I tell you, I love that. That's a great chart.
It is cool.
Yeah. And I like the request. I love the request.
I know,
Awesome.
guys. So keep the requests coming. We're
Love
gonna have
it.
lots of fun this summer
Yes.
because Mark is gonna be back. We're gonna make sure that he graces us with his presence.
Oh, thank you very much. And I love being here. Keep the requests coming, guys. And we're going to be
Yes.
doing some off-site shooting too as well.
I know.
Care to join us? Bird
Heck
bets, right?
yeah, you are bird bass.
Couple
I know.
martinis.
You're making me thirsty.
I know, I'm thirsty
Extra
already.
shakes. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next Talking Technicals, and in the meantime, make sure that you check me out on Technical Tuesday.
Nice. I love it.
Yes.
Have a great day, guys.
Later.